Hello and welcome back. I am Shin, and we are going to go over some of the new stuff that is in version 16 today. Not necessarily play the game, but just kind of look at some of the new features that are in here. So the first thing I'm going to do and show you is when we go into new game. You should probably be familiar with this screen if you've used the map generation settings and the stuff that's in here. I believe the new one, or at least one that I don't recall seeing before. Maybe it was there. I should kind of revert back to 15 and look, but that is the terrain settings where we can set the water. I remember you could set the water, but not the grass and the dirt and the sand and the trees and so forth before. Cliffs and so forth. And another thing that is new to me, and I believe new in the 16, is the generate preview. I think that was on the changelog. So I'm going to go ahead and click that button there and look at what we get. We get to see where everything is going to be and what it's going to look like. So this is pretty freaking cool. I don't know. We can't zoom in, and I don't know. I'm guessing right in the center is where we would start. And it doesn't tell you how much is on here as far as like what the richness is for the resources. I see a lot of copper still, but I do see some iron in here as well. See the iron patches and coal patches in the trees, and of course the biter nests. So I'm guessing like we're right in here somewhere where there's no biters too close by, and smaller ones that are close by. The closest that I'm seeing for nuclear fuel is here, which is pretty far away. Another one over here. I guess this would be the closest one now that I'm looking a little better. But we can also click the regenerate button down here, and we can get an entirely new map. And it does take a minute. I'm playing on an i7 with I believe 16 gigs of RAM, and it does take a minute to generate out. So this isn't just an instant thing. It takes a few seconds, but it's definitely pretty cool. This one I'm seeing some oil on here. I didn't even see any oil last time. Huge patch up here. So let's go ahead and close this. Let's change some stuff on here and see what it looks like. Very high cliffs, very big. And let's do like sand, very high, very big. Desert, very high, very big. Just to change a few things. Let's see what it looks like now. I don't know, it's looking greener than the other one did, so I'm not sure how that works or what the colors are signifying necessarily. So look, there we go. I guess those are going to be cliffs. And we do have some oil pretty close by, it looks like. It's a little easier to see the different ores on this map than it was on the previous ones. Let's go into this game and just kind of look around a little bit. Let's see what the map looks like now. Let's see what the terrain looks like when we're in the game. Tips and tricks, additional info, alt mode. Let's look at the next one. Two sides of belts. Boiler connections. Flow through boilers. We'll have to take a closer look at that in the future. For now, I just wanted to see this. Wow. Look at the cliffs. That is insane. Wow, my frames per second are not looking good. Hopefully something's still going on in the background, because I will definitely not be able to record and stream if this is the norm. But wow, look at that thing. That is pretty insane. It's just like a hole in the ground. I can't go in. That definitely is going to be interesting for building. That is just amazing. but my frame rate is not good. Let's try to go up a cliff, and you can't. But you can go up that. Oh, wow. That is really, really interesting. Definitely gives height to the map, and I mean, it's stepped up. Like, this is the lowest level down here, and you can't get up there, but you can go up the hill there and around, and then on this side of it. So we have basically 3 different levels here: 1, 2, and 3. And somehow this even looks higher. Like, this almost looks like it's a bigger cliff than this does. Although, you know, it's not. It's very cool, though. It's definitely going to add a lot of interesting stuff to building a bus and building everything. This is going to make things very interesting to build. Huh. I'm wondering if robots, like if you put a roboport there, would the robots be able to fly back and forth? Or would they have to, like, go around? So there's an iron patch. Let's check out the water. The edges definitely look cool. Let's see where we can... We can't even place it next to the water. Let's see if we can place this on the cliff edge. Can we place this up here? We can't. Well, we can to some extent, but not everywhere. And it's showing us what's blocking us. Let's build a pickaxe here. Can we mine this? No, we can't. This is the map view. So this, you can see the cutoff of how far we can see without any radars or anything like that. Very cool. Alright, let's see what else. Let's see if we can find anything else here real quick. Trees. How do they look? It's getting dark now. I'm wondering if it seems, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that it sounds and feels like I'm hitting faster. Like I'm swinging the axe faster. The animation is faster. So that's pretty interesting. All right, let's escape out of here, and let's do a new game. Let's try rich resource. Let's look at our train settings again. We'll leave this advanced settings. See if there's anything new in here. Time factor. I'm wondering if in the default settings there's an always daytime. There's mods for that, but no mods are working yet. So, all right, let's generate our preview. Let's see what we got going on here. So this generate preview is very cool. I'm liking it a lot. I'm liking that you can kind of see what is nearby. I think I'm going to go into this map here just with the default settings. This is showing a lot of cliffs as well, it looks like. But I'm wondering how many cliffs are around just on the default settings. Let's go into this one here and see what our starting area looks like. Not quite as many cliffs around. And it seems like I have to let my... Maybe like the map is still generating it out, and that's why my frame rate and everything is so low at the beginning. But there's definitely some cliffs around. Big sandy rock. Let me make my pickaxe here. And I can definitely mine that. 23 stone from that. Big sandy rock. Big sandy rock. 22.5 expected resources. Interesting. This one, 22.5. I'm wondering if they're all different. This one is just a big rock, and that one has 20 expected resources. This doesn't seem to be any faster like the trees did. There seem to be more rocks laying around, though. 20, 20. Oh, look at this. This has a huge rock, and this one has coal in it as well as just rocks. And I did get the coal, and I got the, this one has just a huge rock and gets coal and rocks as well. That's pretty, this one just has rock. So the huge ones seem to have coal in them, whereas the other size rocks do not have coal in them. Very interesting. Do I have to be close? Those are, I guess, are not mineable rocks. So far, I've only seen the huge rocks have coal. Nothing else. Big rocks don't, huge rocks do. So here's our coal patch over here. Kind of interesting that it doesn't say like the expected resources, just the amount. So you still get the one that you would previously. That's not changed. There's not too many huge rocks around, though. It's not something I would depend on for sure. Speedrunners might like it, though. If they can get them. If they can get a spot that has a lot of huge rocks, then they could kind of double their hand mining bang for their buck, I guess. Kind of looking for some more huge rocks. I'm not finding too many, though. This is huge rock. Yep, and this one also does have the coal in it. So that's very interesting. Uh-oh. Coming up to some biters. They are going to attack me if I get too close. I can't even see them. Oh, there they are. All right. Some more rocks around here. Definitely a lot more rocks, and they definitely look cooler than they did before. They're not just kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere. They kind of look like they fit into the terrain a little bit better. You know, and these cliffs are definitely cool. I mean, you could definitely come up this cliff. I can definitely see you running away from these biters like this and coming up to this cliff and running up here and oh shit, here I am trapped. So I definitely can see that being a factor in playing. But the coal in the rocks, I don't remember ever seeing that on a Friday Facts or anything. That's new and that's a surprise to me. Alright, I think I'm going to kind of just end this video. I just kind of wanted to look around to see what it looked like. I didn't really have any plans to do too much with this other than just looking around, looking at the new terrain, the new ground. This is fully zoomed in and what the what our avatar looks like when we're fully zoomed in. You can definitely see it is a lot clearer, a lot less grainy. The ground looks awesome. The trees look pretty good. I don't know if they've been changed or not, but with the new, in conjunction with the new ground, they definitely look cool. Different colors. Looks like it's autumn, I guess, in our on our little planet here. Let's find. I don't want to. Well, there's some water over there, but I don't really think I want to run that far. The copper, it seems to kind of blend in a little more. It's less on the surface looking than it was previously. Looks a little more buried, I guess is the way to say it. Let's go back to that water real quick here and just take another look at maybe some different areas of it and how it all kind of fits together. Fully zoomed in now at the edge of this, and it definitely shows like it has some height. He mentioned in the Friday Facts that with the way this is now, it's screaming for animated water, and I definitely agree. Having a little bit of an animation, a little bit of a ripple to the water would be a huge leap in bringing it to, you know, a modern day title of a game versus just that standalone texture for water. Alright, I'm going to end the episode here. I do appreciate you coming by, and if you like the video and you'd like to see more, please like it and subscribe to the channel. That would be appreciated. Any comments or questions you might have, post them if you're at work and can't get into game. There's something specific you want to see, go ahead and post them up. I will see what I can do. I'm going to be kind of doing some experimentation with the game without probably playing quite yet. If you do get home and haven't updated the game yet, what I recommend you do, I play on a Mac, so it could be different on a PC, but I had some problems loading 16 if you have mods enabled. And I don't know what mod it was. I didn't look to see. I just downgraded, went to 15, disabled all mods, loaded 16 back up, and it was fine. So just disable your mods before you upgrade, and you should be fine. That was the only problem that I had. Was loading the game with mods active. So I'm going to go ahead and end here, and I appreciate you stopping by, and I will see you next time.